Alright guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How is everybody doing? I hope you are doing well. As usual, I'm back to let you know what's happening right now with the Super Eagles of Nigeria, the team, Coach Chelle. Right now, apparently, he is stamping his foot or stomping his foot on the ground and saying that he cannot be controlled by anybody, not the hierarchies, not the top hierarchies of the NFF, not the Super Eagles management, those big dogs. He wants to be the one that has the responsibility to do the things that he wants to do with the team, especially in the area of selecting new players or calling up players, because there have been a lot of reports that these top hierarchies have been trying to seduce him or trying to make him pick certain players, or not pick certain players, that kind of thing, because of connection and things like that. But Eric Chelle has stated, of course, that this is not what is going to be part of that. He would rather resign from the post and walk away with his integrity intact than allowing these rich men or rich politicians who are running the show to control him in that manner. But a lot of updates are also happening as well, but I just wanted to use this time out to appeal to you guys to join the channel, join Naijafoottv on the inside part of it, because the channel now has a subscription platform whereby you can join in and become an insider member as well. It's just a way to support the channel, and I would really appreciate you guys if you can join in and become an insider member. There are lots of benefits that public subscribers don't necessarily get, but the insider members get, in terms of like contents, exclusives that will only be made available for the insider members as well. If you are an insider member, you would also have the opportunity to have some loyalty badges, and it will stand out. For example, when you when you comment on the videos, or when you bring ideas or suggestions or things like that, it's definitely going to stand out and separate you from the normal public subscribers. And then also priority chat as well. If you drop a comment or chat or anything like that, it's going to be highlighted to show that you're a very, very important member of this small community here. So just wanted to appeal to you guys to join in as well. It's just purposefully for supporting the channel. But with that being said, guys, one of our own, say Odessa's, over the weekend, if you remember, I talked about him scoring a goal as well against St. Mary's in their 2-2 draw. But he also, was celebrated this past weekend. I think it was on Sunday when Rangers Football Club did their end of the year ceremony of some sort, whereby they awarded, the players for their different performances and their different achievements for that season. So Odessa's received an award for being the highest goal scorer of the club for the 2024-2025 season, and he got an award for that. That's actually his first award. That's actually the first award of this category that he has won since he joined the club, and he has scored 24 goals so far this season. Previous recipient of this award was James Tavernier, who won it in 2023-2024 season. But it's good to see Dessas, actually getting this award. Of course, we know how hard he worked this season, scoring lots of goals. They still have a few games remaining, but definitely it's really nice to see this man getting some accolade for these performances. And as I mentioned previously, he's one of the top guys that Coach Chelle is looking at calling back into the squad for these friendly games, this Unity Cup friendly competition coming up in May's end. So Desas is definitely going to be one of the guys that we should be seeing make appearance. While Coach Chelle also, is giving the hint that he might reserve some of the key players that we see do come up every time. People like Victor Osimhen, Ademola Lookman, there's a possibility that they may not attend that game. But also, there's also, been a speculation that Ahmed Musa is set to return back into the fold. But while a lot of people are skeptical about Ahmed Musa's name re-emerging as one of the favorites to be called up for these games, especially because of his age, and a lot of people think that he doesn't have what it takes, to perform at the top level anymore. It's important to know that Ahmed Musa has done really well for himself, especially after he joined Kano Pillars, and we've seen what he was able to do with Kano Pillars. He scored a lot of goals, had few assists as well, and aside from injury, keeping him out for a few games, he has done arguably well for himself. So Coach Chelle is also looking at bringing in Ahmed Musa just to try and see how Ahmed Musa can affect his style of play, especially coming from the wing field, because to be honest, our wingers haven't really performed as well as we would expect. For example, Samuel Chukwueze has been someone that have received a lot of criticisms because he's not really been up and doing. So he's looking at Ahmed Musa for this experiment, but it's not for long term. That's the report. It's not looking at Ahmed Musa as for long term fix, because of course we know that he's still looking at youngsters who have a lot of years ahead of them, the likes of Nwaneri, Elenikana, and all of these guys. But Musa, despite his age, can still offer something for the time being, pending when Coach Chelle and NFF settle things with these young stars, and bring them on board for a more long-term project with the team. So we'll see what happens about that. Of course, there's still a little bit of time before we start seeing the build up to that and the people that the coach finally decides to call. But beyond that, guys, the Flying Eagles under 20 national team, as you know, they are now in Egypt. They are settled and in fact had a couple of friendlies ahead of their first group game in the under 20 African Cup of Nations. That game is going to be against a very, very tough Tunisia. The competition already started, I think, on Sunday with the host nation Egypt playing a game against South Africa, and they fortunately won that game 1-0. But it was a really, really tough game. South Africa almost equalized at the end of the game, but good start from the host nation. And if you recall, the Flying Eagles actually played some of these countries. For example, we played Egypt, who are the host nations. We beat them in a friendly, as we were preparing for this competition. We also played the likes of Ivory Coast and also beat them. So from the look of things, the Flying Eagles are well ready for this competition, and we expect them to go all out and clinch the title. But again, they will have to start on Thursday. Thursday is the day for their first game against Tunisia, as I said, and then we'll see what happens. Of course, Zubero and his boys are really prepared for this one, and the coach is saying that he's very confident in his team, and he expects them to do some great things in this competition.